Hi, good morning. We're here with Nadean McNaught from Naught One. How you doing, Nadean?
I'm well, thank you. Good morning.
Morning. So, yeah, if you could start us off and give us a little bit of background as to a bit more about who you are, what it is you do, and how long you've been doing it for, please.
Of course. So I'm managing director for Naught One, and I've been with the business for coming up to 6 years now. I started as finance director for a couple of years, and then took over the leadership role just over coming up to 4 years ago now. Naught One are an amazing company. I would say that, wouldn't I? But we design and manufacture furniture for commercial environments. We're based in Yorkshire, very proud to be from Yorkshire, but we design and deliver furniture all over the world to some very prestigious names that most people know.
Fantastic. How long has the business been going for in total?
We're still a teenager, just
Yeah.
so 19 years. So we were founded in 2005 by actually two design graduates at the time, and then they were joined by a third who were with the business until 2020 when we were acquired by Millenor.
Okay, brilliant. So, what makes you guys different then from other people in your sector? How do you stand out?
We're very proud to be from Yorkshire and celebrate our Yorkshire roots, our British roots. I think it always surprises people when they find out that we actually are a global business. It's actually 60% of what we do is in the United States. We also sell all across Middle East, India, Africa, Europe, and the UK. So I think it's quite unique to be that kind of geographically dispersed as a business. Inherent in our DNA, the reason why I chose to join the business was the strong view in making a difference to the planet. So a very strong sustainability connection and story, which is not something we necessarily use as a sales or a marketing tool. It's just inherent in how we run the business, how we design our product. And that's something that we're particularly proud of as well. But over and above everything, I would say it's the people. I always say, everyone does, right? And we say it's a people-powered business, but I was absolutely filled with energy and joy the very minute I walked through the door and met the folks at Naught One. And still today, I'm incredibly proud of the team that we have, and it is truly, built around people.
Fantastic. I can tell by when you mentioned team and your face lit up there. So that was coming across definitely. How big's your team there then?
So we have 95 people. So we've got a team in our manufacturing site who are in the UK. So there's about 35, 40 people in the operations team. Then we have a sales team who are based across in the US, in the UK, in Europe, in India. And then we have our main design team, which is based in Harrogate in Yorkshire. And then we have all of our functions there as well. So finance, client services, procurement teams, and the likes. So
Brilliant.
yeah, great team.
English version, but a core within Yorkshire. So what's the business journey since you joined? What's the business journey been like over those 6 years? And how would you
Yeah.
sort of describe it if it was one word and then expand from that?
Exciting
Yeah.
would be the one word. Since I joined, I think we were probably about 20 million when I joined, so we've doubled in size over the course of the last 6 years. And the business itself, in terms of the product portfolio, has expanded significantly since that point as well. We were just colleagues based in the UK when I joined, so we've added those folks across the globe over the last 3-4 years. And yeah, we also had a major integration because literally just before COVID hit, we were acquired by Millennial. So we went through that whole integration process. We went through COVID. We went through global expansion. We went through a growth in our portfolio.
Yeah.
And, you know, just a few things to keep us excited as we move through the years. So, yeah, truly exciting times.
Right. So what does the future look like then for you? What do you see as the challenges going ahead for that future, or the opportunities, I should say?
Yeah, I think it is more opportunities. I think undoubtedly it's been a challenging time for most businesses over the course of the last 3-4 years. But it really is a privilege to see from a global standpoint, each country goes through a series of trends, and you see those macroeconomic trends kind of coming through the thread of that. And then, of course, industries. So we provide, you know, furniture across multiple industries. So again, it's really interesting to see how that has changed over the course of the years and continues to do so. So massive opportunities for us in key markets. We're a small team, we're global, but we have to be really focused about where and really intentional around that. So for us, we see the growth opportunities being in Middle East and India. We just recently localized some product there. We thought, you know, he's a bit of a test market, and we outdid our annual forecast in 6 weeks. So that was a nice challenge to have. So that area of the world is super exciting. We're just scratching the surface really with North America. We've just signed up with the government, so on what they call the GSA, the Government Global Service Agreement. So that's a massive opportunity for us through that government sector, but also about 60% of what we're doing right now is in healthcare in the United States. So healthcare, education, huge growth sectors for us as well there. And in Europe, again, hospitality seems to be really picking up. So a great opportunity for us in that part of the world as well. So we've got about 8 products in the pipeline right now. So a lot more still to come, really driving through a differentiated product portfolio to what others have in the market. So it's really a focus on product, on performance, on planet sustainability agenda, and on our people. They're kind of the 4 key areas that we're really focused on, and excited again as we continue to grow.
Excellent. So in terms of that experience that you've had and taking a company that was 20 million to 40 million over the last few years, what's the biggest lesson you've learned in doing that to date?
There's been many.
Some of which
I would say surround yourself with good people who have a passion for what you do. It's certainly been a learning for me. Have a strategy, have a clear strategy, but don't be afraid to change direction. If it feels right, be brave, and make the right, you know, business decisions, and work with facts. I'm an accountant. That helps to kind of bring it down to, you know, sometimes emotions need to be off the table, and points of view need to be off the table, and you need to deal with data and facts. And I think that just kind of helps give you a clear direction.
Definitely a great share there. Yeah, something that we like to adhere to when required is the working of moving emotion out, and working with those numbers. What does the pattern say, and then dealing with that and moving on.
Yeah.
Great
Keeps
share.
you true.
Thank you for that. So if you were to go back in time and perhaps meet yourself at 18, say, and give yourself a piece of advice, what would that be when starting out on your business journey?
the biggest advice would probably just be trust yourself and be yourself. I think maybe, you know, going back X amount of years to my 18-year-old self, you know, 30 plus years ago, I think being a female leader in any organization was a very different landscape to what it is today. And I think often try to kind of be a female in a man's world for a long time, but being in a strong, empathetic leader really means a lot. And so I've kind of settled into my skin now and know that actually you can truly be yourself and lead in a different way than perhaps I assumed you would need to at 18. And yeah, I just encourage everyone to be themselves and continue to learn. Every day is a school day, my grandfather used to say, and it's very, very true. And so, you know, continue to be open-minded, inquisitive and curious.
And some more great shares there. There's lots of value in having that approach. When it comes to being yourself, would you say, how does that transpire into the real world? Because obviously it's a phrase that's used a lot. Is it value driven? Would you say that's the connection between being yourself and then showing that in your day-to-day life?
I think it is. I think it's the values that are inherent in yourself and the way that you what drives you, and making a difference is something that really drives me. Growing the business through the people. Like if people leave the organization even better than the day that they walk through the door, then that is, if you're driven by a view to do the right thing by people. I think people invest in people, and that's the way that things work. And also just being clear and open in communication, because I think you can pretty much deal with everything if you know what you're facing into. So I'm not a believer in surprises around that. So I think that just really helps galvanize people together. If people know the direction of travel and what's expected of them, I think then it makes things a lot easier, and you can have some fun along the way, because you're at work a long time. You have to have a little bit of fun.
Yeah, you mentioned a couple of words, fun there, and excitement earlier on. So is that what inspires you to do what you do? Was there anything else?
Yeah, what inspires me to do it, and just to make a difference to people around, and really lead the direction for others out there who want to go into have different direction. I guess I started off as an accountant. I knew I didn't want to do the chartered route. I really like business and kind of scratching underneath and seeing what was going on. I never once imagined that, you know, I would be in the position that I am. And proud to lead, you know, the Naught One team. And it was through nothing other than just passion to want to be curious and keep learning and have trust and belief in myself and others around.
Excellent. I like that. That's a great share. Thank you very much. So lastly, in terms of any latest news then about what you guys are up to, I mean, you've shared a fair bit earlier on, or even it's just a case of letting us know about your website and where we can find more about what you do. Feel free to do that now.
Yeah. So there is lots going on at the moment. We're working at 110 miles an hour as always. There's new products coming out. We're moving into new sectors. We've got shows coming up, which we're appearing just in Copenhagen last week, in London coming up, and in the US, which is all on our website. And we're also opening some new showrooms, which is hot off the press, in both London and Chicago. So we're turning up. Check out more at naught1.com.
Excellent. Well, Nadean, been absolutely lovely talking with you. Thank you very much for sharing all that you have, and all the best for, the next few years in the business.
Thank you very much. Great to talk to you. Thanks, Mike.